Welcome, grade 7 students. How are you? Today, we are going to practice about the solubility. Exercise number 1, you have sugar, sand, and water. First experiment. In a test tube, pour water, then add the sand. Stir them, but the sand is always visible. This is the first experiment. Second experiment. In a second test tube, pour water, then add the sugar and stir. The sugar has disappeared. Look at the difference between the two conditions of the experiments. Third experiment, in the third tube, add sugar in a big quantity. After stirring, a quantity of sugar was always visible. What property between sand and sugar can you deduce from experiment 1? Let us see experiment 1. In a test tube, pour water, then add the sand, stir them, but the sand is always visible. What property between sand and sugar can you deduce from this experiment? Or comparing sand and sugar, the solubility is the difference between them, because sugar is soluble while sand is insoluble in water. Fill each blank with one of the following words: dissolved, solvent, solution, sugar. In the second experiment, sugar in water, then A of sugar is obtained where the solute is and the in water is water. Okay. Look at the solution. In the second experiment, sugar dissolves in water. Then a solution of sugary water is obtained where the solute is sugar and the solvent is water. How do you qualify the solution of the experiment 3? In the experiment 3, let's memorize that an amount of sugar settles in the bottom of the beaker. So the solution is saturated solution, because it cannot dissolve more sugar. So sugar settles down. Use the graph showing the solubility of table salt at different temperatures to answer the following questions. Look at the variation, the solubility of table in gram per 100 milliliters of water as a function of temperature. Question number 1, give a title. For this graph, if we have a graph, the general rule is the variation of y as function of x. This is the common title between all graphs. So here, the variation of solubility of salt in water as a function of temperature. So variation of y as function of x. Find the solubility of table salt at 60 degrees Celsius. Look at the 60. It is nearly here, and we should be careful about the number. The 37.5 is here, right here, but it's not this case. It's between 37 and 37.5. So for T equals 60 degrees, solubility equal 37.3 gram per 100 milliliter of water. We should use the unit, and we should be careful about the numbers. Analyze the graph. At 0 degree, the solubility of salt is 37 gram per 100 milliliters of water. It increases to reach 39 gram per 100 milliliter of water when the temperature was 100 degree. Knowing that the table salt is solid, what conclusion can you draw about the relation between temperature and solubility of solids? As the temperature increases, the solubility of salt and also of solids in water increases also. If your mother's food was much dilute with the salt, how can you concentrate it? We said that there are two ways to concentrate. We evaporate the solvent, or we add the solute. Here, by adding salt, which is the solute, by adding solute. The evaporation is not possible because we make the food not tasty. Here, it is not possible to evaporate the solvent. Okay, this is the end of our video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.